Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about 8 things, tips, tricks, and more that I think you guys need to know about in Grand Theft Auto Online. So let's not waste any more time, and let's jump straight into this. The first thing you might not have known about is you can actually ride on the outside of the cargo bob. So the cargo bob is one of the more useful vehicles we have in the game, whether it's for picking up objects, for a productive way, for like a business, or just messing around with friends. It's a really fun vehicle. Now, traditionally, it can seat 4 people, pilot, co-pilot, and then 2 people hanging outside the back. However, you can actually stand on the side and you can fly no problem. So there's no way to hop up on the side on the ground. That's probably going to be the trickiest thing here. So you will actually need to park your cargo bob next to an object that will allow you to, I'm not even sure what area this is you need to climb on, but it's basically right next to where the guys in the back will sit. You'll see what I'm talking about in the video. It's a lot easier to see than for me to explain. And then obviously once you're on the outside, you just need a pilot to fly you around. And you will not fall off this thing. It does not matter how erratically the pilot is flying or how sharp the turns are. You'll stay on this thing, which is pretty cool. And you can basically turn this cargo bob into a weaponized cargo bob because you can get 1 person basically on each side. 2 becomes a little crowded, but if you have 1 person on each side, they can have their RPG out, they can have miniguns out. Basically, you've turned the cargo bob into something more of like a weaponized helicopter, which is pretty cool. So I would definitely recommend trying this out. This is incredibly useful for things like import-export missions if you use it to cargo bob the cars. And let's say you've got a buzzard coming after you. Well, just have the guy on the side take out his minigun and start shooting the buzzard. It's that simple. I thought this was a really cool trick. And I didn't know this about the cargo bob, and it's actually pretty useful as well. All right, so let's talk about a tip for the transform races. So right now, Rockstar have 15 transform races, and we can't create our own. And because of that, there's a certain number of custom vehicles that you need for each one. So in case you guys were unaware, yes, you can use custom vehicles in the races, and even though it's optional, if you don't have one, it'll give you a stock one. It really helps your chances of winning these races if you have a modified and upgraded version. So let's talk about the vehicles you need. So there's 14 land vehicles that you ultimately need here. It's the Oppressor, Shotaro, Vortex, Ramp Buggy, Rocket Voltic, Blazer Aqua, Zentorno, Trophy Truck, Akuma, XA21, Ruiner 2000, FMJ, Fagio Sport, and Wagner. And the custom aircrafts you need so far are the Molotov, the Havoc, and the Ultralight. Now, there's one vehicle on here that we can't include on this list, and that is the Sea Breeze. There is a transform race that features the Sea Breeze, but because that vehicle isn't available in online, at least when I'm making this video, there isn't a way to upgrade it, obviously. Now, there are some others that are left off of this list. For example, there's one race called the Dragon, where you actually start in a personal compact car. So it would be nice to have either like an upgraded Panto or a Brioso RA. And then there's other vehicles that you simply can't upgrade, like the Marquise or whatever it is. It's some sailboat. You obviously can't upgrade that. So you are going to want to have a nice variety of vehicles, but those are the ones that you will ultimately need to win and be able to perform the best in the transform races. All right, this next tip is for our Xbox users only. Now, a very popular tip for building stock, whether that's biker supply or gun running bunker supply, is to go AFK. So whether that's sitting in a chair or, accessing the security cameras. Well, a new dashboard update actually rolled out to the Xbox One that features a new enlarged notification setting when the console starts to idle. And this feature actually conflicts with AFKing, as GTA sees the state as the same as opening the guide or returning to the dashboard. Now, fortunately, this setting can be turned off. All you have to do on your Xbox console is go to Settings, then Preferences, then Idle Options, and uncheck that box. And if you do so, you'll then be able to access the same AFK stock building methods that you've been using in Grand Theft Auto Online, likely for all your businesses in the past. Believe it or not, I've seen a couple Xbox people complaining about this, and they have no idea why they now can't go AFK to build up their stock in online. Well, that's probably one of the reasons, and if you have that option checked, well, you probably want to uncheck it. All right, tip number 4, this also has to do with some of the upcoming transform races. Rockstar has actually teased a transform race that they're going to be drip feeding into the game. I kid you not. So they put out this. It was thanks to the whole Smosh Games crew for coming by Rockstar NYC to play the brand new Transform races that just released today. And this special edition of their long-running and fan-favorite Grand Theft Smosh series, the guys take on Transform races Get Wrecked, Junkyard Home Run, and Neon Mountain, as well as an upcoming Transform race that will be released later this fall. Now, I'll show you guys some gameplay of it right now in case you want to check it out for yourself. It's pretty interesting. Now, they didn't reveal the name of it, but here's some gameplay right now. You can obviously see a little bit about what it's like. And I just think it's crazy that Rockstar has gone past the point of drip feeding cars and vehicles, and now they're doing the same thing for the Transform races. I just think that's absolutely nuts. Now, if you do want to see the entire race of the Smosh Games crew trying to go through this race, I will leave a link to it in the description. From what I've seen so far, it looks pretty cool. Rockstar have confirmed there will be more Transform races later this fall, but this is one of the ones that is going to be released. It has like a golf cart in it. It's pretty fun. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. You should definitely check it out. All right, something very interesting about the upcoming Vigilante. This is the Batmobile that's going to be released soon. Well, it actually has an extra, I guess, flag added to it. So this came from FunMW2, and they're talking about how powerful the Vigilante is ramming-wise. And he says, it's just a flag added to the Vigilante, and the effect is hard-coded. Flag has increased ramming force. The Insurgent doesn't have it. So, does the Vigilante have the most stopping power in the game? Is it the best vehicle for ramming? I guess we'll be able to fully confirm that once it's out and online. But you can do the same tests in single player right now, and you can tell that it is one of the best ramming vehicles we have in the game. So if that's something you really like, which is something I like about the Insurgent, and it doesn't have this flag, well, you might want to consider buying the Vigilante, as it's going to be one of the best types of vehicles for that purpose. Okay, tip number 6, this is really cool. Now, I'm not sure if this only works with the Zentorno, but this is awesome, and I got it to work with the Zentorno. So if you take the canister of gasoline and you start to pour it on the back of your Zentorno or your car, what will happen is something really cool. So you want to douse the back in gasoline, you want to then get into your vehicle, and you want to start driving straight. Now, after about 2 or 3 seconds, what you want to do is quickly press on the brake and then accelerate again. What this is going to do is cause like a flame to come out of the exhaust, which will ignite the gasoline on the back, creating this unbelievably cool flame effect on the back of your car. Now, it won't destroy the vehicle, and it won't destroy the tires either, so you can pretty much do this endlessly, and the effect is absolutely amazing. It looks so cool in like the Rockstar editor, and I'm sure if you want to do something awesome for your friends, saying like, hey, check out this, my vehicle is going to catch on fire, and or just something like that. So that's a really cool trick. Again, I've only tested it with the Zentorno. You can try and use it with something else, like another supercar, sports car, but it works really well with this car, and it's just an awesome effect, and I had so much fun doing it when I was recording this video. All right, tip number 7, do you want to get in the Halloween spirit with another unreleased vehicle? Well, you can, and this time it's the Lost Slam Van. Now, even though the Lost Slam Van isn't technically a Halloween vehicle, it does have a Halloween vibe. So here it is right here. I'll leave links in the description so that you can add this job into your own game, whether you're on PS4 or Xbox One, and you can check it out for yourself. It's got like red wheels that has these white and red liveries, grunge pattern all over the place. So like I said, even though the Slam Van isn't technically a Halloween vehicle, it does have that Halloween vibe to it. And whether you're doing a role play or a skit, or just want to play around and hang out with your friends in a vehicle that you've probably never driven before, well, the Lost Slam Van is pretty awesome. So once again, I'll leave a link to it in the description for both PS4 and Xbox One, so you can check out this incredibly rare Halloween-esque vehicle. All right, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about today is something that was posted on the GTA Reddit. So you guys know Rockstar parodies real-life stuff all the time. So they actually have a parody of the iPhone in-game. It's called the iFruit 9iX. You can see 3% thinner, 3% faster, 30-hour queue. Well, Rockstar, this is not the first time when they've kind of predicted the future. They did the same thing with the U.S. presidential election with Jock Cranley and Sue Murray, and now it seems like they've done the same thing with the iPhone 10 or iPhone X. Look at the design. It looks similar with like the notch cutout. It even has a similar name, the 9iX. And technically the iPhone 10, it skipped iPhone 9. We went from 8 to 10 or X. So shouldn't it actually be called this? It's funny how Rockstar's parodies of future and technology and events are actually coming true. And it seems with their iFruit phone, it seems to be the case with the Apple iPhone as well. But anyways, those are all the tips, tricks, and things that you guys probably want to know about in Grand Theft Auto Online and everything that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Let me know if you have anything else you'd like me to add in a future video in the comments section down below, as I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go and enjoy the video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.